Okay, welcome in, Snit. We'll go ahead and open up to questions.
That you're about 1 week in. Do you have a good feel now as to how you will, what kind of pace you're on in terms of being ready in only 3 weeks?
Yeah, I feel good about it. I was talking to George about it. I don't have any doubt that the pitchers are going to be stretched out to where we anticipated they would be. And after watching the inter squads and the amount of time that we have left, I think position players are going to be in a good shape too. They're all getting a lot of batting practice. I mean, a lot of live at bats in the game situations and running the bases and all. I feel good about where we're at right now. After a week, we're a little farther along than when I probably thought we would be when we started.
It's Ned. Is it a concern at all with Nick gone and then with Freddie? I know you don't know how long Freddie's going to be out. He could be back next week or a month. But is there a concern with the left-handed bats, or do you have enough guys that can hit regardless of who the pitcher is?
I mean, it's it's not a concern to me yet. I look at it like, we are who we are here, and we'll go from within and make it happen and make it work. I'm still, Nick left, but I'm still not counting Freddie out.
Right. How about do you like what you've seen from Ozuna since the summer camp opened?
Yeah.
Is he making some progress?
Yeah, no, I do like where he's at, and his energy level's good. He's bounced around. He's I think swinging the bat okay, right? In the live or the game situations that he's had, and stretching his arm out and moving around good. So I'm real happy with where he is.
He had that liner to dead center. That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, and he's moving good too. That first ground ball he hit 2 days ago, come out of the box and running good. And like I say, Carlo's been stretching his arm out. We threw cutoffs yesterday. It looked good.
Hey, Snit, we've seen Austin drive the ball the past couple of days. Do you look a lot like he did during spring training to you?
I'm sorry, Bo. Who?
Austin. We've seen him drive a couple balls the last couple of days. Austin Riley.
Oh, Austin. Yeah, I thought Ozzy. That's I couldn't understand it. I liked. He just missed the one breaking ball. I think it was the first day. He's looked good in his batting practices, and like I said, I loved where he was in spring training. I love the takes as much as anything in the games in spring training, and he's had a couple of really nice takes here. And you look at it, these guys have faced some pretty good pitching here in the first 2 days of inter squads. I like where he's at also.
How will you assess the third base situation? You said you go look at things like you did at the end of camp. How were you looking at it at third base at that point in time, and would it be similar still right now?
Assessments, I think we're in pretty good shape with the two guys that we got. Really, and I think I don't know how we're gonna use them, or we'll get to that when we start games. But I like the position that both of those guys are in.
What's Will Smith been able to do while he's out? Is he throwing at home, or?
I don't know. He's just in the protocol, and again, it's when he gets here. And it's not going to matter because when he gets here, we'll see where he's at when he gets on the mound here for first time.
Touki, is that? I mean, it happens. Again, nothing he could do to avoid it. But is it kind of unfortunate because he seemed like he had a really good spring training?
I thought he had a great spring training. I loved where Touki was. When I hated spring training to get over for a lot of these young guys. I thought they'd all, they're starting to mature and figure things out, and where they were physically, mentally, the whole thing. That whole group of young guys, I hated that we had to stop because it was, I remember they all threw the next day, and it's like, man, it's just a shame that we had to stop these guys from where they were and how they were feeling, and hopefully Touki will, I'm sure he's kept himself in good shape in his arm, but again, until we get him in camp and can see him, you just don't know. It's like all these guys that we said when we started, we want to get our eyes on him.
You mean Touki and Kyle, all those guys when they threw the next day?
Yeah, they all look so good. And I know it was probably the most dejected group that we had because they all felt really good with where they were.
Any other questions for Snit?
Yeah, I got one. Snit, how would you describe how the mood of the clubhouse has changed from all the news that you had last weekend with the cases and the players leaving to now that you've kind of settled in for a few days with all the changes?
No, I think it's great. I think the guy, I can tell by the energy in the inter squads and how the guy, we just had a bunt defense drill out there, how guys are conducting themselves and going about their business and in preparation. So I think the mood and the attitude is really good. I think they're buying in the fact that, that's what I really feel is, we're getting ready to play on the 24th.
Do you know who will pitch on Monday in the regular scrimmage?
Yeah, I do. I mean, we got a whole bunch of them.
All right.
I can give you the whole list if you want it.
Yeah.
No, not that many. Well, yeah, because we're going to Soroka, Tomlin, and Jackson in our camp. And then I think we're going to bring some guys over from Gwinnett to fill in that game also.
Okay.
It's Wednesdays when we got a lot of guys. It's going to start, it's going to start being more as we're getting guys into that game situation. Like I say, they were all in different spots, so we're kind of finishing up the live BPs or the sim game type things, and everybody will do, that hasn't, will do one of those and then go into the inter squad mix.
So who will start Monday then? Soroka and who?
Soroka, who did I just say? Soroka and Tomlin. They'll probably, each of them will go, they'll be slated to go 4 innings on that day. Luke Jackson, and then, like I say, I think there's a couple of guys from Gwinnett that we're going to throw. So we'll have, probably 6 innings on Monday night, which will be, that's going to coincide. That's going to be perfect for the position players. It's kind of where as these games get longer, it'll be about time for all those guys to get extended also. So it's all going to, I think, work hand in hand pretty well.
Any other questions? Okay. Thanks, Snit.
All right. Thank you all.